Today we're going to review an ecosystem behemoth, Ethereum. As per usual, full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor and I do own ETH. Ethereum is a proof of work switching to proof of stake that is open source, permissionless, trustless, censorless, smart contract ready, DApp ready, NFT ready, with a fully auditable ledger. You guessed it, Ethereum does it all. The biggest programmable money ecosystem. Development team. The project started by non-crypto rockstar Vitalik Buterin, Dr. Gavin Wood, and Charles Hoskinson. Dr. Wood left to do his own project named Polkadot, but this would be for another episode. Charles Hoskinson also left over a dispute with Vitalik if it should be for-profit or non-profit. Then started his own project named Cardano, and there we have another episode. Development was crowdfunded in 2014, and the network went live on July 30th, 2015. Since, the development has been relentless, and this month is no exception. GitHub activity is in the top 5. Vitalik team have been working on the blockchain trilemma to find a way to update their platform to new heights. And Ethereum 2.0 seems to be a work of art, but I'll believe it when I unlock my ETH 2.0 from my staking smart contract. There's presently 9 independent teams working on development of ETH 2.0. Pretty amazing. EIP 1559 is on the way, and sharding will follow suit. Not to forget that there is also layer 2 development going on, but that would be for another episode as well. Now look at the tokenomics. The inflation rate of ETH is around 5 to 7% at the present time, but it will be reduced to 0.5 to 2% when Ethereum 2.0 come out. Inflation rate is higher than Bitcoin at the moment, but it will be similar to Bitcoin on ETH 2.0. The wealth distribution is balanced. The top wallets are Wrap Ether, Ethereum 2.0 Deposit, Binance, Compound, Kraken, Gemini. The governance, very similar to Bitcoin for now, until 2.0 comes out. The governance is initiated with developer proposing a change to the code, EIP, the Bitcoin BIP of ETH. They first run a poll among nodes to see the consensus. Then if all nodes update, it's nice and smooth. If a minority refuse, then we have a fork, and duplicate of the chain is created, like Ethereum Classic, Ethereum Zero, and so on. From there, all addresses have both chain and currency C. Then it will be up to them to hodl or sell. To talk about Ethereum governance, we have to talk about the DAO hack. Yeah, I know, the DAO hack again. I don't like to call it a hack because it's technically there is no hack. I'll simplify and make it short. A DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization that have nothing to do with Ethereum, by the way. But this DAO made their code poorly, and some say it was an inside job over disputes, drained the fund into another contract. And Ethereum Foundation had the dilemma of blocking that contract or not do anything. This split the community in two sides of a philosophical argument. The first one, code is law, even though the code wasn't meant to leak all those ETH, and justice, even though ETH is supposed to be immutable. They decided to go with justice, to do a hard fork and get that money inaccessible to the hacker, sort of. A minority kept the original chain with the stolen money, which created Ethereum Classic. We'll talk about ETC in another episode. Some say on-chain governance would have prevented that Ethereum Classic fork, which at the end of the day wasn't a bad thing. It shooed away all the proof of work purists and will make it easier for the switch to 2.0. The use case, my favorite for Ethereum. Where do I even start with Ethereum usage? Ethereum is the largest ecosystem out there, the biggest DEX with Uniswap, the biggest NFT platform with OpenSea, biggest DeFi and lending platform like Aave, Maker or Compound, the biggest derivative platform like Synthetix, gambling, digital identity, security, supply chain, enterprise software, and so on. There is $66 billion stashed on ETH DeFi, and the monthly trading are in the dozen or even hundreds of billions of dollars. Many people also make the case for store value. In the future, with the tokenomics evolving, it would be a good store value. I see Ethereum 2.0 having a big part of the Web 3.0, not only as a payment and programmable money, but as decentralized service platform. The speed and fees. At the time of writing this episode, Ethereum is still slow and expensive. It will take you $8.60 to confirm a transaction in 3 minutes. This should improve over time with EIP 1559 and ETH 2.0. Vitalik is working on implementing insane amount of new feature in ETH 2.0. One of them is ZK Rollup, which stands for Zero Knowledge Proof. The Zero Knowledge Proof was invented by, wait for it, Silvio Micali, the Algorand guy. ZK Rollup doesn't solve entirely the blockchain trilemma in which you have to choose 2 out of the 3, security, decentralization, or scalability. But it makes a lot easier at the present time. Remember, with the average computer and internet bandwidth improving, the trilemma minimizes itself. Storage and bandwidth getting bigger and faster means block also could be bigger. This entails more transaction per second. Once Ethereum 2.0 activates 64 shards, theoretically, fees should be negligible and speed should be nearly instantaneous. Now, I'm the kind of guy that needs to be shown physical proof, so wait and see. Decentralization. In terms of centralization, at the time of writing, Ethereum is the most decentralized crypto with Bitcoin. But this will change with ETH 2.0. Sharding and ZK Rollup will sacrifice some decentralization for lots of speed. If you want to know more about the technical, I would encourage you to read and watch Vitalik blog post and interview. All the links are in the description as per usual. Now the marketing. That's where I think Ethereum could do a better job. Google Trend has it behind Doge and BTC and barely above Cardano. For their market cap and ecosystem size and transaction numbers, you gotta do better than that in terms of marketing. I see this as slightly changing though. People couldn't stop talking about Ethereum at Miami Bitcoin 2021, even though they were told not to. That's where we get to the flippening theory, in which Ethereum maximalists are spreading the theory that Ethereum is rising faster than Bitcoin, and it's just a matter of time before it flips Bitcoin and becomes the king of crypto. As ETH dominance increase and Bitcoin dominance decrease, each Bitcoin cycle the clock reset though, and the game goes on. It seems the two are on a slow collision course. Competitors. Ethereum competitors have become a new news category. The top 5 Ethereum killer in 2021. Ethereum killer, Polkadot, what's great about it and why buy it? Why Ethereum killer, Cardano, Polkadot, Avalanche are surging despite Bitcoin slump? Yes, Ethereum has many competitors. Many have different niche market and usage. Competition is definitely healthy. Many have sacrificed security and decentralization for scalability. Some, like Cardano, don't have smart contract yet. But that's for another episode. or Solana relying on Aave to store their blockchain because it's too big to be stored by a simple nodes. But you guessed it, another episode. Polkadot, well, my 16 stacking validators seem to always be inactivated, oversubscribed, or waiting. Sorry, personal rant, that's for another episode as well. Many of those competitors use Solidity, an Ethereum virtual machine, made by Ethereum. Let's get to my conclusion. Ethereum is unavoidable. I know what you're going to say. It's expensive and slow. I'm the first to be complaining about all that. It's awful, and Vitalik is cracking up the whip, pushing 2.0 as soon as possible. And at the time of writing, ETH testnet has been running for 6 months. Competition is pushing, and Ethereum has one shot only, but as first mover advantage with its 1.7 million daily transaction, the network is in the midst of a radical multi-year upgrade that comes with risk. But I believe this risk will pay off. With a strong development team and Vitalik at his reign, its ever-growing ecosystem, unlimited use case, economics that is improving, I believe Ethereum has good days to come. If you like this video, you can send some of those Ether with this QR code address right here. For extra read, scroll down. All the links in the description from sources and in-depth technical. Keep on hodling, only sell if you reach your moon, don't get fought out. Like Charlie Chaplin almost once said, the very nature of crypto cries out for the goodness of men and women. Crypto gives you not only the chance to make money, but also a voting power on what the Web 3.0 of tomorrow is going to look like. Do you want a decentralized and free Web 3.0 or an internet limited by corporation and government that dictate what to think and what to feel? You, the people, have the power to create blockchain, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. And so long as Nodes lives, liberty will never perish. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel.